Welcome back, everybody. So my next movie review for you is Universal Soldier. This, once again, is a movie that I thoroughly enjoy sitting down and watching because it has such a simple storyline and it's one of my favourite action movies ever. There are many. There's loads and loads of action movies that I absolutely love. And this one, I was just thinking about it this morning. I was like, I haven't seen this in a while, but I'm going to review it anyway because I've watched it so many times. You know, it's quite an easy movie for me to review off the top of my head. So this movie stars Jean-Claude Van Damme and also Dolph Lundgren. This follows the story of two Vietnam soldiers who basically killed each other in Vietnam, and basically then the US government gets hold of their bodies, basically turns them into these kind of super soldiers, and one of them goes rogue because he starts seeing memories from his past, and then Dolph Lundgren's character then starts to experience exactly the same thing, and it's like this big case of cat and mouse, more than cat chasing the mouse, constantly through this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. I really enjoy this movie. It's not hugely action-packed, this movie. It's more of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character basically being on the run or trying to find out what happened to him, and he's being basically hunted down. It's such an enjoyable watch, to be fair, for me. It's just an entertaining action movie. It's such a simple storyline to this movie as well. It's not, I wouldn't say there's a huge amount of thought gone to this. Once again, you can be sat down in like a producer's office or production company's office just saying like, yeah, we're going to just do this movie, Vietnam soldiers get killed. They come back, they get turned into these super soldiers, their memories start to fire, and basically at the end they're going to have a fucking really big battle, which is absolutely brilliant. And they did it. And to be fair, it works for me. This is the beauty about action movies back in the 80s and early 90s. The storyline is there, but it's not hard to follow. It's not, you know, full of all sorts of different little subplots going on. There's just one subplot going on in this movie all the way through the movie. And you can kind of get from the beginning of the movie how this is going to go. And it's just so well done for me. It's just an entertaining watch. Performances in here, okay, yeah, they're not usually the best performances in the world, but when you put Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren together, and then you get them to fight it out, two great action heroes of my era or my time, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. The way this was shot was good. It's what I expected. It's also the fight sequence, especially towards the end, which the end fight sequence is absolutely fucking fantastic, to the point where he actually managed to distill that a kind of injection kind of fluid that he's got and then pump it into the south and then makes the odds a little bit more even. It's just one of the best fight scenes at the end of a movie. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if people do not like this movie. For me, this movie is absolutely fantastic and I love it. It's not, like I said, it's not hugely action-packed. But the action that is in there, I actually really enjoy, to be fair. And Jean-Claude Van Damme is not one of my favourite action heroes of the time. I enjoy watching him in the movies, but he's not my favourite. And yet, I can sit down and watch this movie over and over again. Once again, this is not so much a review, it's more of an appreciation of movies back then. There is a very big difference of movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, even the 60s to movies today. Okay, I was talking about this with somebody yesterday. It's like how simple the special effects and visual effects are in movies back in the 80s and 90s, and yet it works. It's old school filmmaking. Nowadays it's slightly different. I get it. I know the reasons why they're doing it. They're trying to make the movies a little bit more elaborate. But movies like this, Universal Soldier, with such a simple storyline with old-fashioned action sequences in this. Even the lorry chase in this is absolutely fantastic. End fight sequences, the choreographed fight sequence at the end or throughout this movie is once again absolutely really good. Also, like I said, the storyline isn't, it's there, but there's not much of a storyline there. The performances in this are like, oh, okay, but basically what you're dealing with is you've got two action hero stars here where the thing they know best is to basically fire guns and all that kind of stuff, and it's so entertaining for me. And if I was to rate this movie, it has to be a 10 out of 10. It has to be, because these movies from this era are just brilliant for me. These action movies back then, this is part of my childhood. And these memories are never going to disappear, ever, in any way, shape or form. And this is why I appreciate these movies so much. I love modern day movies as well. I love the way that, you know, visual and special effects have basically progressed and all that kind of stuff. But they are so reliant on this as well. Unlike old school movies, which is just old school, old fashioned kind of filmmaking. And I love it. Even like movies from the 60s, 70s, war movies from the 50s, 60s, 70s, all that kind of stuff is absolutely brilliant. So well done. And this is, I know you can't compare like war movies from back then to like Universal Soldier. All I'm saying is that this movie to me is just absolutely brilliant. And that's why it will get a 10 out of 10. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below as normal. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.